We thought skincare products were toxic. Wait till we look at baby formula. This is so messed up. Today we're gonna speed run all things babies. We're gonna do formula, baby food, baby products, and diapers. And if you have a sensitive soul, be warned, it's not good. At the end I'll show you where to go to get the spreadsheets that show you who owns everything. But now let's just take a tour of lawsuits. And we'll start with the oldest kids. Pediasure is pumping them full of sugar. They're being sued for claiming that your child should drink 2 of their shakes per day, which has more sugar than a can of Coca-Cola. And they're putting things like pediatrician recommended brand on their packaging. I can only think of one reason why a pediatrician would be recommending this shit. But hold up, cause it gets worse the younger we go. There is no shortage of baby food lawsuits out there. And a lot of the most recent ones are based on this report that the House Subcommittee of Economic and Consumer Policy published. Hold up, where'd it go? Yeah, if you didn't know, everything you put on the internet is permanent, and I went to Web Archive and found it. Cause I don't know why they deleted it, but that's kinda sus. Cause in this report, they allege, with evidence, that all of these companies are feeding babies toxic heavy metals in extreme dosage. What do all of these companies have in common? They're all owned by mega corporations. And I want you to pay attention, because this is exactly why I do the research that I do. And this is exactly why I'm always talking about why we should not be buying things from giant corporations, particularly food, health products, cosmetics. Not only did this report find these baby food products were full of toxic heavy metals like arsenic, lead, cadmium, and mercury, but then also Walmart, Campbell's Soup, and Sprout Organic Foods refused to cooperate with the investigation because... I'll link this study in the baby food spreadsheet so you can read it, but they found arsenic at 91 times the allowable level by the EPA. They found lead at 177 times the allowable level, and they found cadmium at 69 times the allowable level, mercury at 5 times the allowable level. Happy Babies sold all products tested regardless of how much toxic heavy metals the baby food contained. By company policy, Nurture's toxic heavy metal testing is not intended for consumer safety. Beechnut set internal arsenic and cadmium standards at 3,000 and 5,000. These standards are the highest of any responding manufacturer. Why are the corporations determining how much arsenic and lead they are allowed to have in their own product? And fuck it, Hain Celestial Group exceeded their own internal policies. So they're setting their own policies of what's safe to give to your baby. And then they're exceeding them or not really testing for them because who cares? Sorry, am I getting that right? Not to mention that most corporate policies are to test the ingredients, not the final products. And thereby, in 100% of Hain baby foods tested, inorganic arsenic levels were higher in the finished baby food than the company estimated that they would be because they only tested the ingredients. Inorganic arsenic was between 30-ish% and 90% higher in the finished products. Where the hell are the regulators? And why on earth are companies allowed to not cooperate with the subcommittee's investigation and still sell food to babies? And we haven't even talked about the baby formula yet. Lord Almighty. And it's no damn surprise too, because when you look at the baby food in these aisles, and this is the baby formula on the bottom right, guess how much of that is owned by mega corporations? Seriously, take a guess. How many family-owned brands do you think are in there? Yeah, that's right. Not a single one. That's all mega corporations. If you shop at my local Winco, you don't have a single option except for these companies that are poisoning your babies. That's so messed up. And in my baby food spreadsheet, I show you lots of great options for founder, female, mom-owned brands of baby food, but unfortunately, they're way more expensive. It is not cheap to buy this stuff. Sure, baby formula is like, it's better to breastfeed, but like a lot of women can't for whatever reason. And baby formula is essential. In the spreadsheet about baby formula, I started this new trend where I link to lawsuits that company is involved in. And do you want to use some baby products? Yup, good luck with that. Yeah, you want some diapers? Literally every box of diapers in this store. Mega corporation. Oh, you want some wet wipes? Well, hey, at least there's one brand that's owned by a private equity that may or not be any good. I don't know. It's on the spreadsheet. You can look them up. Like, I don't even have kids, and this is so infuriating because we learned today that not only are these guys like self-regulating their own toxic chemicals and selling all kinds of contaminated food products, but I didn't even get around to this company which was selling teething medication for babies. They had uncontrolled amounts of a certain chemical in it that was like a natural homeopathic recipe, but like some of the batches contained shitloads of this chemical. It was doing things to babies that I'm not even sure I'm allowed to read on TikTok. Like, over this 10-year period, they record 370 adverse events that are allegedly associated with this product. Like, bro, this is why you want to buy from moms, because moms have babies and they care. This thesis is particularly obvious when we're talking about baby food and baby product, but really it applies to everything in the store, and it applies to everything these giant corporations are making. They don't give a shit about anyone's health. They're there to make a profit. And if they can save money by not recalling a batch, or not testing for what they need to test for, or using low quality ingredients that might hurt you, you're dang straight they're gonna do it because it's good for business. And even when they do get sued for 38,000 lawsuits totaling up to $9 billion, their schwanky ass legal teams just pull some skullduggery and bankrupt a little mini corporation inside of Johnson & Johnson to protect the actual company from the lawsuits and keep performing business as usual. And yeah, we should still sue them when they do this kind of stuff. But when it's possible for you to do so, it's even better to just not buy from them in the first place. Because sure, this government report was useful information, and even though it seems a little impotent, even though these giant corporations could apparently just choose not to cooperate with the government, they did have one solid piece of advice: parental vigilance. Unfortunately, in this world, it is largely up to us to take charge of our own health and our own product decisions, and whenever possible, buy from small, family, founder-owned brands that actually care about us. And I know that it's extremely expensive to do that in most cases. It's not easy and it's not possible for everyone. But in certain instances, with whatever you can, when you can, in particular, like for your baby, for your cosmetics products, cream or your lotion or your shampoo, you know, whatever that one product that you can afford to switch is, switch it. That's my rant for today. The baby food videos always get so long because there's so much effed up stuff to talk about. If you want the spreadsheet, my website is the link in my bio. There's a tab for resources, and all the spreadsheets are here for free. Read the disclaimers. Anyways, on a lighter note, yesterday we went live and we inspected the whole pickles aisle live on TikTok Live, and it was a ton of fun. So we'll have a pickles video coming out here soon. And I plan to do a lot more of this on live, where we can investigate not only pickles and Napoleon's little pickle and things like that, but I think it might be fun to do some like juicy digging, some financial education, some investing, some stuff like that on live, where we can actually chat and get to know each other a little better. And we can have more than just, an 8-minute video to do it. So stay tuned and drink some water.